Hello. If you're watching this live, please comment below and let me know where you're watching it from. And if you're watching a replay, let me know that it's a replay that you're watching and where you're watching it from. I'm just going to click around a little bit to set everything up. But I'm going to be doing a presentation on multiple streams of income. I spoke about that a while back, but I didn't do a presentation on it. So let me just quickly make sure you can see this. Okay, great. So I'll only be sharing this presentation and I'll be taking myself off the screen. So this is going to inform people about the multitude of different ways that you can start generating multiple streams of income, because as Paul Proctor said, we create our own economy, and as the law of vibration, law of attraction says, we create our own reality. So I'm going to share some ideas with you to whet your appetite and tap into your creativity and see what actually resonates with you. Okay, so let's go. Let me see how I can do this on. I'm using Canva. So let's, okay, and StreamYard. I'll say bye for now. I'll see you later. And if you have any questions, just leave comments and I'll get to them after the presentation. If you can share it, comment, then that'd be really great if other people can benefit from this as well. So let's get started. Right. To my Canva screen. Right, so as you can see, there are multiple ways in which you can generate income. It doesn't just have to be one way that we've been taught just through our vocation, and careers and jobs. So a little bit about me. I've worked in IT for 25 years, and 20 of those was as a freelance IT consultant working for investment banks. And that was a highly demanding, intense, stressful, and aggressive environment to work in. And I ended up with a lot of chronic illnesses due to the stress of that environment. I eventually decided to take time off anyway, because I was just getting so frustrated with outsourcing to poor quality locations, which apparently seemed to be cheaper, but they really weren't cheaper when it takes 5 people to do one person's work back at home. And a lot of the work ended up having to be redone. So you can imagine the frustration that caused. But thankfully, a lot of companies are realizing the error of their ways and bringing a lot of work back home to higher quality locations. So I'm glad about that. But even so, I ended up moving to Dubai for many different reasons, and I didn't find any suitable work here. And the fact that they were actually outsourcing to some of the same locations that were frustrating me, I decided to try something different. And I looked at alternative means of income. I made a list of all the skills and experiences that I had to offer, and I knew that I could make this work, doing something valuable and meaningful. Not that what I was doing before wasn't valuable or meaningful, it was. I also learned through all my training that health and wellness industry is one of the fastest growing. Obviously, IT is the fastest growing, but health and wellness, I think, is second fastest growing industry out there. And I can't say healed because, we're not allowed to really say that, but I've been symptom free of many chronic illnesses that I got myself better naturally. And some of them were asthma, arthritis, type 2 diabetes, and I also reduced my thyroid medication about three different times. I hope to be off that soon. And also I lost 12 kilograms in weight within a month, and that was all naturally, no fad diets. And I'd always been interested in alternate medicine and my journey in Ayurveda and also alkaline lifestyle later on. But my journey in Ayurveda started in 2009, and also the alkaline lifestyle practices after that. And I came across energy healing as well. So I became certified as an energy healer and offered my services as a healer. I also learned about transformational life coaching. So I'm a transformational life coach as well. And unfortunately, tragically, after losing my mom in 2019, I wrote a book called Holistic Healing, Transforming Through Grief, Loss and Trauma, which I hope to publish next year. I'm going through multiple revisions of that. And recently as well, I had a phenomenal opportunity to co-author a book called Absolute Will that is coming out this year. It's a powerful, heartfelt, inspirational collaboration by 21 women from around the world, sharing their personal, vulnerable, insightful, true stories of willpower when facing emotional and mental health crises and physical injuries and disease. So watch out for that one, and I'll be posting about that soon as well. And yeah, I think it'll be released possibly October time. That's what we're aiming for. And also in my healing journey, I realized the importance of water, which many people don't know about how water can actually heal. And I came across electrolyzed reduced water and started working with a Japanese company who manufacture medical devices to produce the best quality water out there, and 7 different types of water. And I call it a water factory in my kitchen. And electrolyzed reduced water is known to lead to better health through its superior hydration. It's also a potent antioxidant, and it's alkaline as well, although not the kind of alkaline you get in plastic bottles, which is dead water made alkaline through chemicals. This is actually natural living water that's alkaline as well. So, but I'll go into that further in a different segment, possibly the next one. So I basically changed one career and found many other careers based on my experience and also acquiring new skills. So I want to share how you can actually do that too. So let's get started with that. Now, obviously, there are many options, but we usually know of a couple. Whereas one source of income, which is through our vocation. That's what I meant to say, not vacation, which would be nice. Through our vocation, and we can follow the traditional mode of operation and just get a job and then later on retire as plan B. However, as we know, many people have lost their jobs in the last 2 years. So we know that just having a job and one source of income isn't as secure as it used to be. So we've got to find a different way. Now, obviously, many of us have pension plans and other investment income, but we know that pensions may not actually be worth what you put in there when you retire, and they can actually be eroded as well through different means like taxation and also inflation. So your pot could be less. So that's not obviously the safest alternative when you start working. Now, there is an alternative, which is I call Plan E, and I'll be going into that at the next event. That's another option, an easy option that you can go into for generating another stream of income. Now, obviously, as I say, people have lost jobs in the last 2 years. And would it not be nice if we could actually take control of our finances instead of putting it into other people's hands and have the time, money, and location freedom to spend more time doing what we love, what we like, what we enjoy, our interests, our hobbies, spending more time with loved ones, family members, take more vacations. Now I mean vacations this time. Take more vacations and not having to ask permission whether you can take time off, and take it off when you want to take it off, and you can still run your own business. So I'm going to be talking about the numerous opportunities for for you to have multiple streams of income, just to whet your appetite, inspire you to tap into your creativity. Now, we've all heard of Robert Kiyosaki, rich, poor dad, rich dad, and he's got a cash flow quadrant. And obviously, there are four different areas, but they don't have to be exclusive, in my opinion. You can actually have multiple different streams within that. So you can be an employee or self-employed, but with that option, you can't earn true freedom because you're exchanging time for money, and there's obviously so many days in a week or in a year and so many hours. So you've got a ceiling, you've got a glass ceiling with that option. And the same with self-employment, you're still exchanging time for money. Now, the third one is as a business owner. So you can have a business of your own, work your own system as well. And you can also have your money work for you, which is the option 4 on that as well. So make sure I know what slide I'm on. Yeah. Okay. Now, you may be asking, so how do I do that? And what do I need to do in order to do that, right? So I'm going to go into a few different options later on in this presentation. First, multiple streams of income. Obviously, we know that many successful people in this world have multiple sources by which they make a living. And they're living the time, money, and location freedom lifestyles. And we can also do that. As Bob Proctor says, you create your own economy. So, and that is, since you create your own reality, of course, you create your own economy, and you have to be creative in how you do that. Now, the most successful people have this uh, down to a T, right? And the secret to financial abundance is diversification. Now we know about diversification in terms of investment portfolios, where we're always told not to put all our eggs in one basket. So why do we put all our income into one basket and have one job for, well, as long as we can, and then retire? There's obviously got to be another way, but we haven't been taught about that until we educate ourselves on financial well-being and take responsibility for our own welfare. So now it's time to consider different options for making passive and active income as well. So you can actually take full control of how you make money and utilize your time so we can create our own economy. And the ideas and possibilities you'll see are endless. You just have to have creativity and find a way. And with all the advances in technology, it's getting easier and easier on a daily basis. So we live in a knowledge-based era, and we all have experiences and expertise of some kind that we can share with other people. And there could be something we can help others that with whatever they're struggling with. And then different ways in which you can do that I'm going to go into. So with the technological advances, you can share your message to pretty much anybody in the world online through social media, just like I'm doing now, right? And I'm going to give you some ideas. Okay, so you can become an entrepreneur and start a home business with your own product. And if you're struggling to figure out a way to do that, what you can do is use your vocation and start training people with that. Especially if you're retired, you can actually teach people your expertise and create courses or books with that information, or go to speaking at different companies if you like. If you have interests like meditation, yoga, fishing, music, sports, those are just some simple examples. You can obviously sell that information. There are lots of people that are eager to learn even more about those things, or whatever other interests you have. And if you have hobbies like knitting, arts and crafts, music, traveling, or any other types, you can obviously share that with other people. Our research areas, if you're looking at investments and how to better work your portfolio or do stock trading, online trading, you can sell that information as well and teach other people. If you're interested in science, maybe quantum physics, metaphysics, you can actually create courses for that, or spirituality, or arts, and the list is just endless. So you can take some time. This is what I did, is take some time to make a list of all the possible areas you have a wealth of knowledge in, and that people, you think might be interested in, something you could actually market and create a product from and sell that to other people who it could help. Now, like I say, I did that and I acquired certifications in order to help others. Obviously, you can, if you don't have any ideas that you think are marketable, you could do some market research, look at what's trending, learn the skills, get qualified if you need to, and create content to help other people to, who would buy that. So you obviously got to work out what your niche would be, what your avatar, who your avatar is, and go from there. So let's look at stocks. Just the investment side is another one way to start making an income. So investment opportunities, and I do stress that you seek out financial advice on this from reputable financial advisors. Go see a few of them and get different opinions. A lot of people offer the first consultation for free, so you could use that and make a few appointments and try and get your bearings around that, and pick the person that you're most comfortable with, or the company you're most comfortable with. Now you can make money through stocks, equities, bonds, cryptocurrencies, commodities, money markets, FX, and properties or real estate. And obviously, like I say, this is not exclusive to the other methods. It is multiple streams of income, so you can pick and choose what you want, and you can have multiple options to make money and have passive and active income. So the variety is, and the combinations of these is pretty much endless. So here's some more. Obviously, if you have experience that you know that other people can benefit from, you can create your own products. So you can create an online or an offline course. If you like writing, you can create a blog. And if you like writing and you like sharing information, you can create a blog. You can write a book that can help other people. You can become a freelance writer as well. You can create a coaching program, have speaking engagements, create a membership program or a mastermind group. You can also find different ways to monetize your social media activities. So many people are doing that now. There are so many ads and videos on YouTube as well, and people marketing, different ways that you can monetize social media activities. You can also be a repeater of other people's knowledge base and use their content to start to offer content on one consolidated platform. Obviously, get permission for that. You can learn or teach the material yourself as well. And this is how some of the best teachers started out, like Bob Proctor and Tony Robbins. So you're in good company if you choose that route as well. So, right, I think we're on the last slide. Now, if you don't have a product or the time or the inclination to create one, then there is another way. Because many companies don't use the usual supply chain or advertising or marketing companies. They actually offer the people that buy their products a chance to own their own business. And this obviously saves the company costs and in turn gives people the opportunity to make an active and a passive income at a very low cost of entry or with no risk compared to, say, starting your own brick and mortar based business, which can cost you quite a lot of money and can be high risk, and the return on investment may be slow in coming. So you've got options here like becoming an affiliate and selling other people's products for them and getting a commission for that. You can go into network marketing as well. You can go into direct sales. You can go to low cost franchises, because obviously high cost franchises will be things like McDonald's, which I wouldn't, we're going to talk about that food wise. But that's just one example. But the upfront cost is very high. So you want to go with something that's a lot lower than that, where you can actually own your own business, but you're not alone in that business. When you do this, you can also have to make sure that the company that you're going to work with is reputable and has been around for a very long time, hopefully, and has a healthy balance sheet, has a good compensation plan. And you obviously have to use their products and fall in love with their products to make sure that they're actually genuine. It does what it says on the tin. And they have to have a good vision as well, and ideally have to be ethical. Now, obviously, if you're like me and selling sounds yucky to you, as it used to be to me, then I understand how you feel. But what I needed to do was make a mindset shift through, again, training from lots and lots of world-renowned teachers and coaches. And I realized that I was actually selling a service to people, a dream for a better life and better health, because I'm working in health and wellness. And you may not realize, but when you do apply for jobs, or you're selling your skills to an employer and also a client. So even when you recommend something, you're selling a product, but you're not really getting paid for it. So for example, if you recommend a restaurant or a movie or music, you're selling to somebody else, you're selling that enthusiasm and the product, but again, you're not getting paid for that. But why not get paid for it, and start working with a product that you think is worth your time getting involved in? And it's obviously a humane way to sell, especially when you believe in what you're doing and the product you're affiliated with. So let me know if this interests you by leaving a positive comment below. I will go into an opportunity tomorrow with a company I'm affiliated with. So if all of this sounds daunting to you, there again is a much easier way as well that I can give you a solution. And that is going to be called Plan E. So let's go back into this and put myself back on the screen. Oops, not this way. Let's do it this way. Hello. Let me know how you found that, if you found that interesting, and if you would like to attend another event that I'm going to set up. Probably I'll try and make some time tomorrow to do that, and we'll talk about how you can do one of these options on the last slide in the most easiest way possible. So great, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Thanks for attending, and leave a comment and share this video with anybody you think might be interested. All right, bye-bye.